Hello tennis guys and welcome to my channel. So this is Vincent. He is a 14-year-old guy who started playing tennis 1.5 years ago, and he is using a head Radical S, one of the older models. I believe it's with the auxetic first generation auxetic, and in today's video I gave him the new Wilson RF 0.101. I'm always saying 0.1. I don't know why. It's 01 tennis racket series, the future model, the 280-gram racket. Just he can try the racket out and he can tell me something about it, because I think not only on my channel but on most other tennis gear channels, we are not focusing on the lighter frames. We are not focusing enough on rackets that really make sense for the wider audience, and also for children, for juniors, for the upcoming generation. We are always focusing on adults. Adults. Why? Why? Adults are not the future of the sport. The children, the juniors, the young ones are the future of the sport. So I will try my best also to focus on the lighter frames, which I found also very fantastic. So guys, let's go for this. So in this part of the video you will see Vincent hitting with the Radical S racket, and before we jump into the comparison itself, just let me tell you something about the parameters, because in many of the aspects the rackets are similar. There is of course the biggest aspect is the head size, which is different. So the Radical S is a 280-gram racket like the RF01 Future. The head size for the Radical is 660 square centimeters or 102 square inches. The head size for the Future is of course 98 square inches or 632 square centimeters, which is the biggest and the most important difference. Then the balance is 320 millimeters unstrung for both rackets. The swing weight is actually higher for the Radical S. According to Tennis Warehouse, it's 309, and the RF01 Future has 301 swing weight. And there we can see the difference in the head size, which impacts the swing weight. The bigger the head, the higher the swing weight, of course. And then there is the RA, the stiffness of the frame, which is very similar. The Radical is 63 and the Future is 64. Now to the playing and to the hitting with both of these rackets. So as you can see, Vincent is playing with the more topspin oriented style. His forehand looks like a little bit of the Sinner's forehand. So the swing pattern, the swing path is kind of similar to this. He holds the racket in the, I would say it's a semi-western grip, or more of a western grip, but not something really dramatic. And he likes to hit the ball early, quite early, or I would say very early, but sometimes he is not able to really control his shoulders. So he's kind of overhitting the ball too much in front of his body. So yeah, he's trying to hit the ball as early as possible, but sometimes he's like overturning his body. So now you can see that he switched to the RF01 Future racket, and immediately what I noticed that the hitting consistency is, I would say, way lower, but when he hits the ball correctly, when he finds the sweet spot, the ball is faster. The ball has this, the heaviness of the ball is kind of bigger, I felt that also on my volleys,
Tohle by tam bylo.
and
Tam nemusíš dělat takovýhle pohyby velice
I can
nějaký.
see that
To jenom potřebuješ
he
ty
is really
rakety
able
přenést do té
to
ruky.
create
Prostě
a very fast
to letí jak
shot
bejt.
with the RF, but he doesn't have the confidence, or
Hlavně
he
stát,
doesn't
až
have the
vych.
easiness. And of course, why?
Nevadí,
Because the
pojď.
sweet spot is very, very small compared to his
Tak
radical. But
výbornej.
look at that, the ball flies a lot faster. The balls are sometimes too long, really too long. But overall, when he really
Pojď.
manages to timing his shot correctly, it's a better looking, and also from my perspective, it's a better feeling shot than with his radical. And he's 14, 1.5 years playing tennis, and for such a long
Wow.
period of time, he has a really nice swing, really nice free swing. We a
Okay.
little bit struggle with the backhand,
Ruka
but yeah,
blízko, dál od těla.
that's always an issue
Vytoč.
for someone who learns forehand
Pojď,
really
pojď, ten
well
krok.
and who likes to play forehand more than the
A do něj.
backhand. So we need to focus
Tomáš.
on the backhand. But as you can see,
Nápřah.
also the backhand is more flat, and just the ball, you can just compare it, that the ball just flies, it's more powerful, and gives me the sensation when I hit the ball like he is really kind of pushing me with the ball more than with his radical. Now moving to the serve, which is probably one of the most important, or let's say most important shot
Těžký?
in the tennis if you want to, play a really competitive tournament and so on. So the serve is the crucial part of every player's game. So when he was testing the RF, what he was saying to me, what was his own words, was that somehow he felt that the RF on the impact kind of stops and it doesn't go forward as easy as his radical. So I asked him if he feels that the racket is somehow stiffer at the contact, and he just told me that probably the smaller sweet spot kind of stops the free power that should come from the racket, because he's used to a lot bigger head size, of course, and also the radical has a higher swing weight, so the ball just goes off the racket on the serve a lot easier. So now we are looking at the final test of the RF Future racket. I told him he should serve 10 serves with each of the rackets, and as you can see, with the RF he can hit the ball more kind of flat, as you will see. Now that was perfect. So when he hits the sweet spot, the ball just goes. It goes, there is no delay. But when he doesn't hit the sweet spot, the ball is, let's say, the racket makes a weird sound, as always, when you don't hit the sweet spot, and it kind of crumbles. So there is no free power. The spin is very limited. He has not developed the technique so well that he can really create a kick serve or something like that. He just needs a more free power for the racket. Oh, that was a underarm, not well executed, but look at that. It goes pretty well, and you will see the comparison. Look at that. Nice, very nice. Now switching to the radical S. So you will see he will gain confidence immediately with this racket. No, I would say that there is maybe too much confidence right now. Look at that. The ball flies all over the place. The free power, look at that. Um,
3.
but when he finds again the the correct positioning of the racket, then he's very familiar with this stick, so he has been using it
5.
from the very beginning.
Super.
So 1.5 years of training, and before that he didn't play tennis at all. So he started when he
Yes.
was about 12 and a half, and now he's 14, or let's say he was 13 when he started. Now he's 14 and he will turn 15 next year. So we will have to wait for the final words that will come from
9.
his head. And I'm always curious, because sometimes when you ask such young players how they feel about a tennis racket, they don't have a clue. They don't have a clue. They don't know what should they say,
Super, dobrý.
how do they
Tak co,
feel
tak
about
to-
the
jak-
racket.
jak
So
to ty
let's
vidíš
listen to
teda?
it.
Jaký je ten
S
rozdíl?
touhle, pokud to trefím jakkoliv, tam jako furt nějak poletí, ale s touhle pokud to trefím třeba rámem, tak to už letí někam jinam. Ale když to trefím zase středem, to letí přesně.
A na ruku, která ti je jako příjemnější?
Asi tahle.
Jako příjemnější, jako
Příjemnější.
při čem?
No, při tom držení, ale při tom odehrání spíš tahle.
Mhm. Mhm.
No.
Takže možná, že ten balans tady u té, že ti vyhovuje třeba víc,
Mhm.
ale samotný hraní, ten kontakt s tím míčem, jakou to generuje třeba sílu, top spin, tak je lepší s touhle.
Mhm.
Mhm. Dobrý. Fajn. Zajímavý.
So there you have it, guys. 14-year-old guy talking about the difference between his Radical S and the RF01 Future racket. It is just fantastic that he knows
Tak a pojď do něj,
the
choď do něj.
differences, because some young guys don't even know the specs of their
Teď ho
rackets. They
vytáhni,
don't
dolů.
know how they can somehow describe how the racket works, and this can be helpful for me personally, because we will buy a new racket in the next season when he turned 15.
on,
He needs
skádílka,
a
pojď.
smaller head size, of course, a little bit maybe heavier frame, and so on and
Tak
so
pojď
on.
na síť.
So I hope this video helped you a little bit to understand
Co je?
how these young guys feel
Ty si to
about
furt
the
zkoušíš?
new RF01 Future racket. And as you could see,
Pojď do něj, pojď.
the
Nohy?
experience is very,
Jo, Vinci,
very
nezapomeň, že máš
same
nohy.
of my
Hodně se
experience.
soustředíš
It is
teďko na
very
tu ruku.
similar. So basically, Vincent was saying that the sweet spot is small, but when you hit it correctly, when you time the shot correctly, it rewards you. It is way more precise. The ball can fly with
Pohyb, pohyb.
a higher pace. It can go really faster. So imagine that the ball is faster. Maybe you don't get the massive spin, but when the ball is faster, you cut the time from your opponent a lot easier. And when you cut his time, when you drain
Pojď,
his
hlavu, teďko,
time
vypni
he
úplně
has
mozek.
for the shots,
Hraj to na
then
pocit.
you have a very big
Pojď.
advantage. So not always is the spin the king of the game. I believe nowadays you need to have a very good spin, but the game is so fast, it's getting super fast, it's really getting closer to the experience of Roger Federer, let's say. So I would say
Kurňa.
that Roger's game,
Kam?
how he hit the ball as soon as possible, is nowadays really once again coming a little bit back, and tennis is changing from the heavy topspin tennis to the more, let's say, faster, flatter, less maybe less kind of complicated maybe is the word, I don't know, but I mean, in a way, the tennis is more creative now than it was 5-10 years ago.
Dlouhý čop,
So,
takže
you know, the
dozadu.
drop shots, slice shots, and with the RF,
No,
the,
ty ještě
the
máš tendenci
slice
k němu jako
shots,
naběhnout, že jdeš
volley,
ještě jako
the
za ním.
net play is
On ti
just
letí dlouhej a
phenomenal.
ty jdeš jako úplně
It
k
is
němu.
very
Pak najednou
easy,
zjistíš,
yet
a on je
very
tady,
stable.
někde.
Drop shots, the feel, the touch
Místo, abys
for
šel
the ball
dozadu.
is just tremendous.
A jak
It's
ti říkám,
tremendous.
ty nohy se
So
musí dostat
I
za
think
míč.
Wilson really
Nohy musí být za
created
balónem, ne před.
pro stuff mixed with blades
No,
for the modern game, and
zase,
I
když to je ale
hope
krátký,
these
tak
rackets
dopředu.
will
Hop, hop.
really will get recognized also by the younger generation. And from what I have seen on Tennis Warehouse website, there are loads of reviews for the RF rackets right now. It's probably the most reviewed racket by the customers. So when you click on the product on the Tennis Warehouse website, there are these stars, the ratings. And on many rackets there are no ratings or very few of them. But on the RFs there are like 15 ratings for each of the version, and the best rated versions are the Future, the lighter one, and also the 300 gram racket, and then there is the Pro version, which is also rated, I believe, to this date like 4.4 points out of 10, which is also great. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was a little bit helpful for maybe for parents or for coaches who don't know whether this racket really suits the game of young juniors, 13, 14-year-old guys. And I believe yes. Remember, Vincent has been playing tennis just 1.5 years, and for that amount of time he learned tennis very, very good. So I hope he will get only better. And for now, that's all. I hope you enjoyed the video, and once again, you can support my channel by doing 4 things. You can become my member. Just click the join button. It's under every of my videos. For just $2 a month, you can really support my channel, and you will get recognized because you will receive a special badge. So when you comment under my video, I will notice that you are a member, and I will thank you so much for that. And then there are the 3 other options how you can support my channel. It's the Buy Me a Coffee platform, then there is the Super Thanks button, and of course PayPal option. And all of these 3 donations give you the opportunity, a unique opportunity, to ask me a direct question, which is guaranteed I will answer the question. I don't answer every single comment, but when you donate me something, you kind of purchase my answer with your donation, which will be the best possible answer I can come up with, and it will be the fastest answer too. So guys, don't hesitate a minute, donate me some of your love, and I will give something back as an extra bonus for that. Isn't it great? I think it's great. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, enjoy tennis, play tennis, watch tennis every time, every day, and don't forget to enjoy the manooovrlbity. Bye guys.
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious! That ball was on the line!